So let's talk about the growth to overlay widgets. And so overlay widgets are very similar to an email opt-in form. Basically, these are shown on your website and they either drop down, take over the entire page, they slide in on the website. So let's take a look at the first one, the bar. So we're gonna give our widget a name. So let's call this, test widget, and we'll select bar, okay? So as you can see here, the bar appears on the right-hand side here, and it drops down from the top. To edit your text, you're simply going to type in the box here and say, click grab your free, guide to lose 30 pounds next 30 days, right? That's our drop down there, right? The initial state is the first state of this particular growth tool, right? The bar. So you can allow the user to hide the bar, which adds a X here, so you can X out of it. You can have the message say send to messenger, or have it with a checkbox, right? Definitely be careful, read the limitations here on the checkbox, but you can change the text here, right? Click or say download, load now, right? We can just have it go to send the messenger. You can change the color of the background. You can change the headline color, right? Okay. You can change the button background from blue to white. Okay. And so you can change the button text to get this in Messenger, receive this in Messenger, send this to me, customer assistance, you get to decide, tell me more, right? You can decide when you want this this widget, the bar, drop down to display. So when someone scrolls 30% of the web page, or immediately when they arrive on the website, you can show it when they leave the website or go to exit the website. You can show when they reach a certain target ID, or when a few seconds have passed, right? So let's say, when 5 seconds have passed, show it to them. You can also decide the frequency of when you want to show the widget to the same user again. It can be 3 days, it can be never, it can be always, it can be by certain hours, right? And if the user actually closes the widget, like they click on the X box, do you want to show it again to them? You can say never, always. You can do it by hours. You can do it by days. Okay, so that's the initial state. Now we have the submitted state. We'll click next, and this is once they've clicked on the button. So we have to hit save. And so once they click on the button that says tell me more here, this is the submitted state, right? Do you want to show them a new message? Do you want to redirect them to a URL? And do you want to change the colors, right? So I say, thank you for reading our message, reading our thank you message, view in a messenger. Or I can say, thank you, your PDF will be delivered Facebook Messenger, right? And I can say here, view it now. Okay, so now when they click on this button here, it's going to take them directly into Facebook Messenger. Now I can also just redirect them to a URL, right? So let's say they click on the button on the first page here. I can then redirect them if I wanted to a page like my website or something like that, right? And I can decide, do I want this URL to open in the new tab or in the current tab, right? I'll keep it as show new message. And so we'll hit next, hit save. I always remember to save. We'll hit next. Now this is the opt-in actions. So when someone actually clicks on the the button here that says tell me more, right? And they get the PDF in Messenger, right? The opt-in actions, this is where you want to deliver what you promised them. So you're going to say, we're going to edit this opt-in message. And we're going to say, hey, first name. And this is how you deliver your PDF. Can I deliver, or can I give you the free PDF I promised you here in Messenger? Click or press the yes button below, right? So now we'll add a button. We'll say yes. And we'll add an emoji there. Again, emojis are very cool because they create more engagement. People are more apt to respond with emojis. So we'll add an emoji there. Done. So we're gonna deliver the PDF here in Messenger, and we're gonna get them into a sequence. Right, so what we'll say here, so can I give you the free PDF I promised you here in Messenger and teach you how to get rid of your belly fat, right? So we got yes here. So now when they click the button, they're going to be added to a sequence, subscribe to sequence, and it's the weight loss tip sequence. And then I'm going to send them a message, hit done here, click on this and say, awesome, your PDF is below, right? So I'm going to go ahead and again, using the copywriting formula, I'm going to add a GIF there, but I'm also going to deliver the PDF here in Messenger. So I'm going to add this, click on this card here, this element here. So I'm going to click on the file element here, and I'm going to upload my PDF right there. So let me go ahead and find a good image. I'm going to use cool. I'll go with this one here. Not that one. Let's go with this one here. I like this kid. Let's save image to desktop. Nope, that's not the right image. Let's see. Save image. Why is it saying is that kind of funky? Oh, let me go to open it up. Now we'll save the image. There we go. And we'll drag this here. And then I'm gonna find, that's a PDF somewhere. Let's go with one of the worksheets here as an example, right? And then here I'll say, PS, if you ever want to stop receiving these messages, simply type stop. Okay. And publish. All right, so we are good to go. So hey Anthony, can I give you the free PDF I promised you here in Messenger and teach you how to get rid of your belly fat? Press the yes button below. They press yes, cool, here's a PDF, and that's it. So we go back to the test widget area. So we got our initial state is done, submitted state is done, the opt-in action is done, right? And setup. This is how you're going to get this widget to appear on your website. So the first thing you have to do is install the JavaScript, right? So I'm actually going to do a video that walks you through, as a bonus, that walks you how to do this. But on your website, you need to add some code. So the first thing you're going to do is authorize your website. So whatever your website is, if you have one, put that here, click add, and then click on section B or next. You're going to copy this code here and place it on all the pages that you want your widgets to show up on, okay? And then hit finish. Now you can also hide your widgets on certain pages and only show them on certain pages. So I recommend definitely going here and check out how this works with the visibility settings. So if you want to hide it on certain pages and not others, and you only want to show on certain pages and not others, you can do that by adding a simple asterisk at the end of the link. And then you can decide if you want to have this shown on mobile and desktop, desktop only, or mobile only. Once your widget's ready to go, you simply activate it by clicking the button right here. It says activate. Now that's the bar widget. The other overlay widgets are very, very similar. So we've got the slide in, the modal, and the page takeover. So if I look at the slide in, this slide in comes in from the side of the website. It's the same text. Now you have more options here to add some subtext here. You can also add, if I scroll down, you can change the button background again. You can change the button size now from small to medium to large. You can also add an image in there if you wanted to. All right, let's say I want to add an image in there, a smoothie, let's say. You can decide where you want the image to be placed: above the headline, above the description, below the description. You can decide how you want the slide in to be placed. So it can come from the right to the middle, it can come from the left to the top, at the top, left in the middle, left bottom, left bottom, which is there, right top, right middle, right bottom. You also can decide, when does it display, like the bar, if you're going to show the widget to the same user again, and if this is manually closed by a user. We hit save, and then we'll hit next. So same thing here, you have the submitted state. Again, you have some subtext here you can change. You can also add an image, hit next. And the opt-in message, you can use the same message to deliver the offer you promised them. And once you've installed the JavaScript script on your website, you don't have to do it again, okay? So that's the slide in. Now we have the modal. This one is a pop-up that appears in the center, right? So same thing, description, you can add image. It just shows up right in smack dab in the center. Same thing for submitted state, shows up in the center. Opt-in action, same thing, where you have the message to actually deliver the PDF. And same thing in terms of setup. You don't have to do anything once you've installed the JavaScript snippet once. That's the modal. And page takeover, I love this one because it takes over the entire page. So I use this primarily on my website when people are either getting ready to leave, or I have something that I want to share with them in terms of a webinar that I want them to register for. So same details here. Again, you decide when do you want this to display, whether it's after a few seconds have passed, whether it's on exit intent, etc. Submitted state's the same, right? So you can decide how you want this to appear. Again, opt-in actions, giving them what you promised them inside of Messenger. And again, you don't have to do anything to the JavaScript snippet once you have set it up already, okay?